Welcome, 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 welcome. This evening, my name is Kevin Lamb, and I'll be leading a little grounding practice for us tonight. We're going to focus a lot on that which can settle us with the yoga work, specifically coming into the breath, and more specifically, focusing on the exhale part of the breath pattern, the part of our breath pattern that's responsible for both stabilizing and also relaxing the body. With that being said, most of us will be practicing just as is, using our bodies, our mats. Some might require blocks, a little yoga block, a blanket. If you don't have a block, you can get a couple of hardback books. They're great, wonderful substitute. And for me, the big thing is if you don't feel safe in a posture, that's your body's way of letting you know that you're not safe. So if that's true for you, then just take a couple of moments to back out of the pose, breathe, resettle yourself, and then when you feel good again, come back in. Right? Consider my instructions a gentle invitation. Take what works, pause, breathe, relax into, and let go of what's just no longer serving you. And with all that being said, we're actually going to start on our backs. So, hurrah, hurrah. You can come and lay down in a comfortable way. Just getting nice and long for a few moments. Right, stretch the legs away from the arms, vice versa. Almost like you're tractioning the hands away from the feet. And then you can do something of the opposite, bringing the knees into the chest, holding on to the shins with your hands, rocking a little bit. You're just kind of checking things out, nothing too crazy. And then from here, we'll bring our feet down to the floor, close to the hips. You're going to toe heel the feet out wider than your pelvis and let the knees drop in towards one another. Great. So this is a posture called constructive rest position. And go ahead and bring your right hand to rest at your navel, the left hand to rest near your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. Out of your mouth, exhale. Close the eyes and do that again. Big breath in. And exhale all the air out. A few more times just like that, friends. Feel the breath moving in and out. And notice both the top of your inhale when you feel to be most full, and notice the bottom of the exhale when you feel to be most empty. Gradually beginning to settle more of your attention, your awareness on the exhale part of the breath. Just try to keep exhaling and exhaling and exhaling until you feel that there's no more breath in the body. And see what it's like to wait till the moment of no breath. Just let the inhale swell up into the chest again. And once more, notice when all the breath drops out of you. And see if you can press the breath out more by pulling your navel back, being empty again for a moment. Breathe in. And out again. Great. Go ahead and on your next inhale, take the arms up overhead alongside your ears and hook your thumbs. And friends, as you hook your thumbs, stretch your hands up, away from your shoulders, and send your tailbone down towards your feet. And just notice how long you can feel to be in the spine for a moment or two. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and bring your right knee into your chest. And you're going to hold on to your right shin with your hands. The left leg can stay bent, foot flat on the floor. Totally fine. Take a couple of breaths and just notice what it's like to have the leg close to your chest. And then just holding the right leg with your right hand, move the right knee slightly rightward, feeling how it kind of slides into a diagonal groove at the hip. And many of us will find that we actually can go deeper into the hip that way, right? When we have that kind of an alignment. Just another breath or two, noticing if that's true for you. When you take the leg out, if you can bend further in. Right? And then we'll change legs. So place your right foot on the floor, bring your left knee into your chest, and keep it close to the center line of your body. And feel that flexion at the hip, right? Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. And it's no big trick here, right? We're just kind of noticing where we are this evening. Holding on to the left leg with your left hand, allow for the left knee to slide out in that leftward diagonal, and feel, if it's true for you, that you actually can settle more deeply into the left hip now. Many of us will discover that that is quite true. Great. Come back to the first side. Now, some of us are going to be able to comfortably straighten the left leg on the floor. And if you can do that, awesome. And if you can't, then just go ahead and keep the left foot flat. No big deal. I want you to try to take happy babies pose with the right leg. So for me, I like to hold the outside of the right foot with my elbow inside of my right knee. It's not right or wrong, that's just what feels good to me, right? So find what feels good to you. Go ahead and flex the foot of the right leg and spread the toes. And just gently start to pull down with your right hand. And as much as you do that, go ahead and press up with your right foot. So you're kind of balancing the action. Arm pulling down, leg pressing up. And now go ahead and adjust your left leg. I want you to lift your left leg up an inch or two, flex the foot, and try to spin the left thigh inward. And do your best to get the left thigh spinning really well in, almost like you're going pigeon-toed, okay? This will be a little weird, but keep the left leg hovering, and then try to suck the left thigh bone up into the hip socket, right? So just for a moment, you're trying to pull the femur bone up towards the pelvis. And notice when you do that, how you actually start to square off your hips better. You get more muscle action, yes, but you also get more balance in the pelvis. Bring the left leg down to the floor. Keep it nice and active. Take a couple more breaths. Work through the right arm, the right leg, that kind of balancing of pressing up, pulling down. And also try to pull the left thigh bone up, up, up into the left side of your hip, squaring your hips a little more. Another breath is probably good. And we'll change legs. So you can start off with the right foot on the floor, the right knee bending to the sky. You're gonna go for half happy baby with the left leg. Maybe, maybe, maybe you straighten the right leg. That might feel good for you. Awesome. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, just go back to a place that does. Find even action on the left side, pushing your foot up, pulling your hand down. So you're working to muscularly stabilize the left hip and the left shoulder as evenly as possible for you tonight. Flexing through the right foot, lift the right leg and inwardly rotate the right leg until it feels like a little pigeon toey, right? And I want you to keep that as you try to pull the right thigh bone up into the hip socket. And especially if this is the first time you're trying to do something like this, be really, really patient with yourself, noticing what you can do to better engage the muscles of the legs up into the hips so that the hips are more even left to right, okay? Keeping the hips even, bring the right leg back down to the floor, a couple more breaths. And you'll probably start to observe how it actually takes a good amount of effort to maintain this, right? And then we'll just do classical happy baby. So bring the right leg in. Find Find an alignment that feels really, really nice for your pelvis. Generally, we want the sitting bones moving towards the floor, so the butt kind of going down towards the floor, as well as the shoulders down, the head stabilized down. Take a big breath in and exhale all the air out. And do that again. A big breath in. And follow the exhale until you're empty. Now we're going to add a little movement to that breath pattern. So as you inhale, let your knees move wider apart, just a little wider. And then as you exhale, squeeze the legs towards one another, imagining that you're trying to hold a block between your legs. Inhale, let the legs go wide again. So you're still in happy baby doing this. Exhale to squeeze those happy baby legs towards the midline of your body. A couple more times. Okay, breathe in. Let the legs go wide. Breathe out. Squeeze them in. Yeah. So we're just practicing opening as you inhale and adducting, squeezing and toning the inner thighs as you exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Let the legs open a little bit. Breathe out. Squeeze them together. Cool. Ready? Stretch everything long again. Arms and legs long away from one another. One more time, knees into the chest, hold the shins. And now any way that you want to move, you're going to make your way to tabletop. And for some of us, it's just rocking left to right. Others of us might want to rock and roll from our hips to our shoulders. If you're doing that second one, the hips to shoulders, just be sure that you're not rolling onto your neck or your head. We want to keep those areas pressure-free for this little exercise. A neutral tabletop position, everybody. All fours. And when you get there, I want you just to place your hands down on the ground, stabilize through the arms, stabilize through the legs, take a couple of breaths and neutralize your spine. And close the eyes if that feels safe to you, and give yourself permission to make any kind of micro adjustments in even table just to feel better. Okay. Great. Now, some of us are going to stay just like this with our arms, but others of us are going to be able to turn our hands out to the sides of our mat and possibly turn our fingers all the way back, right? So just figure out what feels best to you and then begin to move through cat-cow, inhaling and exhaling. We'll say inhale into cow pose, belly drops, chest gently moves forward, gazing forward. And then as you exhale, pull the navel to the spine and tone the abdomen as you get all the air to go out. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out, cat. And again, cow pose. And cat. Just a couple more times like that, feeling again the full length of your inhale and the exhale. Once more. Good. Do cow one last time. And with this next cat, exhale all the breath out and then hold it. Stay empty in cat for a moment. Just feel how strong you can get in your core. Just feel that for a moment. Good. Now inhale, neutral table. Bring your hands to a more traditional position for you. Downward facing dog pose, everybody. Right. And similarly to the earlier postures, adjust around in your down dog so that you feel really comfortable, right? And maybe that means legs wider, maybe the legs are a lot closer together, maybe they're closer to your hands or much further back, right? You just discover for the next couple of moments what you can do to feel really, really safe and really good. Right? Breathe in, breathe out. Seeing if after a few moments of focusing on your exhale, are you more aware of your legs, your hips, your lower body? And if you're not, which is fine, bring your attention there right now. And I want you to spread the toes and squeeze the muscles of your thighs, your quadriceps. Push your thigh muscles back. Root your heel bones down. And take a couple more moments to decompress all the way up through the spine to your head. Really coming from the stability of the legs. Spread the fingers. One more full breath in. Keep the legs strong. Exhale all the air out. Good. Come into high plank pose, please. You can always modify high plank on your knees, right? Tabletop position works perfectly. If you're holding high plank, great. If you're in tabletop, great. Broaden your collarbones. And I want you to widen your collarbones enough that you can feel the biceps turn on, right? Your upper inner arm muscles get more active. Now take a lot of breath between your shoulder blades and lift the bottom of your ribs up another inch or two. Squeeze your calf muscles, squeeze your thigh muscles, lengthen your tailbone to the heels. Can you get a little longer? Heart forward, crown of head forward. One more breath. Good, back to down dog. Try to stay long and steady. Push your thighs back into your femur bones. Great. Can we do that one more time? Breathe in, high plank pose. Take a moment, just readjust. Steady your arms, wide collarbones. Lift through the back of your ribs. Open the breath there. Legs are strong, tailbone down. Good. 2 more breaths. All the air out, everybody. Exhale. Once more. And again, get totally empty and feel the engagement. Perfect. Back to down dog. Right leg high, down dog split. Move it around. Classical down dog, left leg high. Move it around. Classical down dog, inhale, high plank. Everybody knees, chest, chin to the ground. Good. Come to the floor. Hands by the ribs. Gentle cobra. Cool. Now for some of us, cobra's going to be pretty low, and that's fine. Others of us might prefer a higher cobra that might feel really nice and good, right? You just discover what feels best for you. Take a couple of moments, move around, right? Give yourself permission to fidget, to adjust, right? To figure out what takes you deeper and what feels really, really nice. Downward facing dog pose. Down dog split. We're going to come back to the breath work, okay? So take your right leg high for down dog split. And then as you exhale, bring your right knee into your nose, forehead to the knee, pendulum. Gonna go back up to split, inhale. Classical down dog, right foot to the floor. Second side, left leg high, inhale, split. Exhale all the out, bring the knee into the nose. Inhale back to split. Exhale, regular dog. First side, right leg, inhale. Push the air out, exhale, knee in. Inhale up. Exhale, classical dog. Good. Focus on the exhale, left leg high. Exhale, pendulum. Inhale back up. Regular dog. A little faster. Inhale right. All the air out. Split. Dog. Left leg. All the air. Split. Dog. One more time. Inhale left, right. Exhale knee. Inhale split. Foot down. Left leg high. Bring it in. Split. Down. High plank. To the floor, however you want to get there. Good. Inhale to a back bend. Child's pose. Big toes together, knees as wide as feels really nice for your hips. Let the forehead rest on the floor. Maybe the arms are relaxing. Maybe your arms are active. Take the breath deep into the low back as you inhale. And exhale all the breath out. Notice that for 3 more cycles of breath. Notice what it's like to be totally empty. To release there. Right, that's the power of that exhale breath pattern, friends. It will bring more focus, more stability, more comfort to the body, okay? And for many of us, that is exactly what we require right now, right? You're gonna come to tabletop position. You're going to move around in tabletop in any way that feels really good for you. You'll come to down dog. You'll move around there similarly. And quite frankly, if that means moving through vinyasas, et cetera, you do that, right? You do what feels appropriate for you. Okay. We are all going to eventually meet at the front of our mat for Uttanasana, forward fold. And so I am just going to walk my feet forward, taking my time with this one. Front of the mat, hands on the floor, maybe hands on blocks. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lift and lengthen. And fold. A couple more times. Inhale, try to make space. And then as you exhale, wait till the breath leaves you. Stay empty. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. And again, see how empty you can get. Let's do once more, just like that. Breathe in, lengthen. Fold down, exhale. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale all the air out. Stay empty. So stay empty. Don't breathe in, but come upright to stand. Nice and gentle, like ragdolling yourself upright. Then inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause for just a moment. Close your eyes and notice how you feel inside. Just whatever you're aware of, okay? Take a breath all the way down to your feet. Exhale, pull the navel back. Open the eyes, inhale, arms up, but keep the feet pushing down. Exhale, navel to the spine, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Go ahead and step the right leg back, low lunge. Take a breath or two here and just enjoy it for a moment, right? Try to have the left knee on top of the left heel and the left hip at the same height as the knee. Squeeze your right thigh muscles, find stability in the legs. Exhale the air out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to the floor, knees, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale to a back bend, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale back to down dog. Breathe into high plank again. Breathe out to the floor again. Good. Everyone, cobra. Inhale, back bend. Now exhale, lower down, a little rolling cobra, but pull your belly away from the floor. Do it again. Inhale, come up, cobra. Shoulders back, arms strong. Exhale, lower down, but feel the core get stronger. Once more, breathe in. All the air out, tone your abdomen. Tuck your toes under. Inhale here. And as you exhale, high plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, down dog. Good. Get long. Breathe in. And all the air out. One more breath like that. Legs are strong. Great. Step the right foot forward. Low lunge, second side. And you're just checking things out again, right? Use blocks if you need them. Knee on top of the heel. Hip at the same height as the knee. Okay. Push the root, which is the top of your left thigh. Push it up towards the sky. Push the top of your right thigh down towards the floor. Another breath. Great. Step forward. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms to the sky. Exhale all the air out, navel to spine. Let's just flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Good. Inhale, lengthen. You can repeat what we did, or exhale, step or jump back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to the floor, all the breath out. Back bend, breathe in. Exhale, lower back down, tone your abdomen. High plank. Down dog. Good. 3 breaths. Firm those thighs back. Press your heels down. decompress your neck, right? So just notice if it's possible for you to adjust the placement of your head so that the rest of your spine feels really good. Good. On your next exhale, step or maybe hop in front of the mat. Breathe in, get long. Breathe out, fold down. Good. Again, get long. Inhale. All the air out, fold. Inhale, come straight to the sky. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit down. Perfect. Any variation of the arms that works for you, friends, right? Maybe hands on the thighs, maybe hips, maybe the arms are in some other wonderful thing. We're going to do a little breath work here, okay? So take a big breath into the belly. And as you exhale, just try to lift your spine up, get a little longer. Good. I want you to keep that length. And with your next exhale, pick the right foot up. Inhale, traditional chair. Exhale, pick the left foot up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, pick the right foot. Again, chair. Left foot. Good, chair. A little faster. Exhale the air out. And down. And again. And down. One more time. And down. And lift. And down. Now sit a little deeper. Hands to your knees. Big breath in. Lion's roar. Tongue out. 2 more times. Breathe in. Lion's roar. Last one, okay? Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold to the floor. Just notice how your body's coming alive. Breathe in, lengthen. Step, jump, or flow to down dog. Good. Take a couple of breaths, move around. Right, and perhaps your dog is a little longer. Perhaps shorter. Right, in this like ever-changing body, discover what works best for you moment to moment. Right leg high, down dog split. Bring the right foot forward to the thumb. Good. Step your back foot in a little bit and just turn the left foot down 45 degrees. Pyramid pose, Paschimottanasana. This is another opportunity for you to use blocks if you'd like. I want you to walk your hands as far forward of your right foot as you can and push your hands down and try to pull the right thigh bone back into the hip socket. Right, so you can just kind of think about the nature of the leg at the femur bone. It's a little ball joint, right? And the hip socket is this perfect little cave for that ball joint to fit into. It's called the acetabulum. I want you to notice what happens when you really pull the right thigh bone back into the right hip socket. Can you sense how the left hip adjusts itself, kind of squares off a little more? Isn't that cool? So keep the integrity of the right leg and strengthen your left leg, hands to the hips. You're going to slowly come upright. So take your time. Try to stay even in the actions of both legs. So stage 1 is hands on the hips. Stage 2, interlacing the hands at your low back, little shoulder stretch. And some of us are going to be able to do reverse Anjali Mudra, reverse prayer, right? Whatever serves you best. Keep the legs nice and strong and just let your chest open up, look towards the sky. Squeezing your legs together, left to right, start to fold forward. Yeah, I know it's a funny one, right? So you're going to just try to go as low as feels nice for you, keeping the shoulder heads back. And then we'll just play with this for 3 rounds, okay, of breath. You're going to inhale, come all the way up. And you're going to exhale, lower all the way down, whatever all the way is for you. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower down. Again, try to stay balanced in both of your legs. One more time, up. Hug those thighs together, fold down. Good, hands to the floor. Low lunge, bend the right leg to a square. Hop the left leg back. Cool. Okay, high plank pose. To the floor. Back bend. And down dog. Good. Breath in and out. Reset with the exhale. Left leg high. Second side, left foot forward. Pyramid pose, Paschimottanasana. So walk your hands forward, and you're just using that as leverage. You're pushing your hands down and pulling the left thigh bone back into the deepest hip socket, or the deepest aspect of your hip socket. Couple more breaths. Charge up your right leg. So you just push the right foot down and back while you simultaneously pull the left thigh bone up and into the hip. And feel how that action is actually familiar to you, right? It's what we did on the ground in that very first pose when we had half happy baby, right? We were working to feel the muscles of the legs squaring the hips. Bring your hands to your hips. Take your time, slowly come upright. A lot of action in the back foot, and it'll keep you safe. Figure out a hand position, hips interlace or reverse anjali. If you are doing the interlace, change the threading, right? So it's the non-habitual. Breathe into the back bend. Stay strong in both legs as you fold. And you're just going to take your time this first one, right? Just kind of experiment with how you can distribute your focus or your awareness through the legs to maintain stability. And it could just be it's a wonky day and no big deal with that, right? You're going to inhale, come all the way up. You're going to exhale, fold all the way down. And we'll do two more just like this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Stay really grounded in that back foot. Fold down. Stay in the deep fold. Release the arms. Cool. So as your body is ready for it, low lunge. From low lunge, high plank pose. And then from high plank, whatever you desire. Maybe child, maybe down dog, maybe vinyasa. Right, I'll take a vinyasa, see how that feels. Close the eyes. Recenter on your breath. And again, let the exhale pull the navel back into the spine and steady the legs down into the earth. Regardless of whether you're in child's pose or tabletop or down dog, feel the navel, the lower body stability with your breath. Let's take two more breaths together. Inhaling. Get very, very empty. Again, inhale. Exhale. Step or jump front of the mat. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms to the sky. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. Two more breaths just like this. Try to keep weight at the front of your heel, hips back, right, setting down. Make sure that the knees feel okay. If ever your knees don't feel safe, you just come out of the pose. Lift the right foot up, wrap the right leg around, both arms forward. You're going to wrap the right arm underneath, and some of us will stay just here like this. Others of us might double wrap the arms for the more traditional eagle arm, Garudasana. Squeezing arms and legs together, breathe in, and with each exhale, see if you can't sit a little further down, right? Bringing your elbows towards your knees, right? And you can stay just here like this. If you have a little extra energy tonight, on your inhale, lift your elbows a couple of inches, and then exhale, bring them back down. Eagle crunches. Inhale up. I know. Exhale down. Two more, just for fun. Last one. Everyone stay low, but unwind your arms. Good. Bring your right knee into your chest. Stage one. Straighten the right leg. Stage two. Another breath. Good. Now you're just going to pass the right leg by the left Bend the left knee a little bit, hinge forward, arms out to the side, warrior three. That's the way, friends. Good. So keep a little tiny bend in that left knee so that your hamstrings can really feel their strength. And hug the left thigh in as you lift the inner right thigh up. I'll say that again. Hug your left thigh in. Lift your inner right thigh up. Now, how about this? Bend a little deeper in the left knee, but lift your right leg higher. One more time. Bend deep in the left. Lift the right leg higher. Woo! Hands to the floor. Low lunge. Take the right leg all the way back. Okay. Toe heel your left foot to the left several inches. And you're just going to turn your left toes out 45 degrees. So flex through that left foot. Fingertips is stage one. You can always modify bringing your right knee down anytime, okay? Stage two in the arms is hands forward like down dog. Cool, fine, wonderful. Stage three in the arms is you bring your forearms down. Cool, fine, wonderful, right? Stage four in the arms is trying to get your right shoulder behind and underneath, your left shoulder behind and underneath your left knee. Now, friends, not everyone does everything in a yoga class, right? But everyone can do something. And our job as yogis is just to be in this practice and to discover, right, what that something is, right? What it is that keeps us safe and keeps us feeling really good about being in our body right now. Right? Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more breaths. See if you can levelize your hips again, squaring them off, right? Everyone bring your right knee down. Great. Come up onto your fingertips. We're going to do a twist. Make sure your left toes are turning out. Bring your left hand to the thigh and just start to open twist towards the left. You can stay here for several breaths. Perhaps you bring your left arm to the sky. That might feel really, really good. Stage two. Perhaps stage three, bring your right foot towards your butt and hold the outside of the foot with your left hand. Twisted thigh stretch. Right. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Stage one or stage five, whatever. Inhale to come out. Good. Make your way back to a traditional low lunge. So the left foot will come in. Hands on either side of the left leg. High plank pose. And then whatever is best for you. Something neutral for several breaths. Child's down dog, cat cow. Refocus on your exhale. And at the bottom of an exhale, jump to the front of your mat. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, chair pose, second side. Yeah. So restabilize through the core up to your hands. So let the arms work to support you as much as the legs are. It's hard to discover that sometimes. Lift your left foot up. Wrap your left leg around the right. Arms forward. The left arm goes below. Remember, stage one, you just reach for your opposite shoulder blades. Stage two, some of us are going to be able to double wrap our arms, that more traditional eagle arm. And you progressively sit a little deeper and deeper and deeper. Right? And you give yourself permission just to work there, breathing in and breathing out. If you want to opt for those crunches, we've got 4, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. 2 more. Stay low, unwind your arms. Knee to chest. Straighten the leg if that works for you. One more breath. Pass the left foot by the right. Open the arms wide, warrior three. Bending into the right knee allows for the hamstrings to really feel their full capacity for engagement. Locking in the knee can tend to diminish that. Just notice that for a moment or two as you squeeze the right thigh inward and spin the inner left thigh skyward. Yeah, so it's kind of like you're going pigeon-toed again in that left leg. Exhale, drop a little deeper into the right leg. Inhale, lift the inner left leg. Exhale, drop a little deeper. Inhale, lift a little higher. Hands to the floor. Low lunge. Good. Toe heel the right foot to the right. Flexing through the foot, turn the toes out. Knee up or knee down, your choice. Breathe. Stage 2 with the arms, hands forward. Stage 3, forearms down. Stage 4, shoulders behind and underneath the knee. Right? And you just choose what feels best. 5 more breaths. Right, and just, again, feel the familiarity of this pose, not only from the first side, friends, but this is the exact shape that we started class with on our backs, right? Remember that? So bearing that in mind, is it possible to pull the left thigh bone up into the hip socket and square off your left and your right hips better? I know it might feel like more effort. It does to me at least. But it's something that's really, really good for your low back and for your pelvis. Another breath. Good. Everyone, left knee down. Come up onto your hands. Great. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. And breathe here. Stage 2. Right arm to the sky. Getting a little bit more of a back bend. And stage 3, the left foot moves towards your butt. You hold the pinky edge side of your left foot with your right hand. And you're in a deeper twisted thigh stretch. 3 more breaths. All right, friends, inhale to come out. Make your way back to traditional low lunge. Step into high plank pose. And then make a choice, whatever would feel great. Something neutral, 3 breaths. Remember the exhale. At the bottom of this next breath, front of the mat, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms to the sky. One final chair pose. You're going to take your feet wide as your hips. Okay, so for most of us, that's 2 fists distance, right? That'll be in your hip width, right? You're going to sit down. I can show you from the front. You're going to sit down into your chair pose and pause. Now, I can't stress this enough. If ever this goes into your knees in a way that feels not good, you just fold forward, come out of the pose, and you'll meet us, right? Everyone else, on your exhale, lower down. And lower down, and lower down, and lower down. So this is another time when those blocks might come in handy, right? So you can grab a block or 2 and put it under your sit bones. That might feel nice. Everybody try to snuggle in, right? So I don't know if you can see because I'm wearing a lot of dark clothes, but I actually have my arms down inside of my legs, right? And the reason that that's important is because it's a really nice leveraging way to squeeze in, to adduct the legs, right? So root the inseams of your feet, push them down. Squeeze your legs into your arms. Give your arms a hug. And keep doing that as you push your arms out into the legs. Now lift your spine up. Good. And just feel how you're activating Malasana. Right? You're engaging inside of the pose. A couple more breaths. Right. Remembering that this is a practice to help declutter certain stress or trauma or anxieties in our life. So close your eyes. And with each exhale, see if you can't release something that's been irking you. Right? Almost imagining that it can just fall away. All the air out. Cool. Some of us are going to stay right here like this, and that's wonderful. If you want a little bit of a challenge, arms up alongside your ears. Keep your inner feet grounded. Try to go slow. Come back upright to stand. Real slow. I mean, like impress yourself with how slow you're going. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ah, delightful. Now we're going to come back down one more time. Keep your feet as they are, or perhaps you bring your feet closer together. It works for me in my body to have my feet all the way together. That's not true for everyone. It's not good or bad. It's just something that works for me. You're going to lower down, nice and slow. Remember, weight back in your heels, 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 back in your heels. Open the knees, come back down into Malasana. Breathe. Squeeze the legs in, press the arms out. Stage one. Stage two, for anyone that's feeling a little frisky, hands to the floor. Lift your hips. Keep the legs outside of your arms, please, and squeeze them in. Press your arms out, push your hands down, and lift your abdomen up. There it is. Try to lift one foot. Keep squeezing the leg and arm together. Lift the second foot. Can you straighten your arms? Can you lift your core more? Oh, can you hold for 2 more breaths? Last breath. How do you want to get out? Maybe chaturanga. Maybe something more or less graceful. Get to a pose that feels really effing good and breathe. Breathe. And exhale. Good. Okay. Step or jump through to a seat. If you feel like you're now just getting warmed up and you are in love with the arm balance crow, now is your chance to play with more crow, right? Now's your chance to have fun in that realm. The rest of us are going to start to settle down a little bit, right? We'll do some seated postures and move closer towards Shavasana. So with that being said, if you're with me, take your legs out in front of you, clear the flesh of the sitting bones. Go ahead and bring your left leg back. And you just hold it like happy babies pose. And you can just move it around a little bit, right? Keep your right leg nice and strong. So my foot is flexing, my second and third toe of the right foot is pointing to the sky, right? Now what some of us are going to do, and what I'll say is stage one, is just to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Wonderful. Stage one. Stage two is to bring the leg all the way over so that the knees are stacking. Now, I actually find that it's really helpful to move my straight leg further over towards the left in this case, so that I can get my left leg to be more on top of knee to knee. Do what works for you. Everyone twist towards your top leg knee. So you're going to bring your right arm to the outside of the left leg. Your left arm is going to be back behind you on a diagonal. Fingertips works nicely for me. Take a couple of breaths. Try to keep your hips steady. Letting the upper spine, the ribs, the shoulders, the chest, all twist out of the leg stability. Now, friends, I want you to stay in the twist, but just turn your gaze forward and notice how that can decompress your neck, right? All the way at the root of the neck, where the neck and the back meet. Generally, that's a nice thing, yeah? Okay. Inhale, come out. Lean back a little bit. Change legs. Start with the half happy baby in the right leg. And you just kind of move it around a little bit. Feel what works for you. You know what I mean? Just kind of noticing the hip in all its areas. Stage 1, just like the first side, ankle to knee. Stage 2, stack knee to knee. Right? Adjust your bottom leg so you feel good, and then twist towards the top knee. Right, and initially you can just go in for any kind of a twist here that feels really, really nice. Right? You just pursue that. Yeah. And then turn back forward in your gaze, right? So look forward towards your left foot and take a few more breaths here. Right? You may even discover that the twist actually starts to deepen as you relax your neck, your jaw, your head. Cool. I'm going to unwind. Legs are still out in front of you, lower down onto your forearms. Yeah, I'm just going to rock your feet side to side, relaxing. Whew. Even further still. Yeah, that's nice. Here we go. You're going to come upright. If you have a block or books, place the block right between your calves, right? So you have something to squeeze into. Right? Go ahead and lean halfway forward. Just pause. Clear the flesh from your sitting bones, from your hamstrings, right? And then see about working into a deeper forward fold, right? Whatever kind of a deeper forward fold works for you. Right, so Paschimottanasana. Now, if this feels uncomfortable, know that you can actually do Paschimottanasana on your back, legs up to the sky, right? And it's still a really nice hamstring stretch. It's just a lot less pressure on your spine. So I want you to pick the hamstring opener that's going to work for you, right? And then once you feel that you're in the deepest aspect of your forward fold, I want you to come into a nice big, big, big inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale all the breath out. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale all the breath out. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. Big breath in. Exhale just half of the breath out. Pause. Exhale all of the breath out. Pause at empty. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Pause. Exhale all the way. Pause. Stay in the pose. Inhale. Exhale just 1/3 of the way. Pause. Exhale 2/3. Pause. Exhale all the air. Pause. Once more, just like that. Breathe in. Exhale 1/3. Exhale 2/3. Exhale the air. Stay empty. Inhale. And just plop. Good. Very, 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 very gently come upright. Very gently. And just as gently lower down onto your backs, please. Happy baby's pose again. And in this final happy baby's pose, just notice, right, the difference between this one and the very first one that we did tonight. The difference in your thoughts, the physical differences, the breath. Bring your feet down to the floor wide, wider than your hips. Bring your arms to cactus. So palms are upward facing, and the arms look like right angles outside of your shoulders. Right? Just going to drop your knees over to the right. Feet are wide. Keep the feet wide. Drop the knees to the right. Breathe. This is stage 1. So nice. Stage 2, if you want a little more oomph, you're going to place your right foot to the outside of your left knee. And that weight of the right leg can help to stretch the outer hip a little more deeply. The hip flexor for some of us a little more deeply. And we're just kind of noticing what this final twist offers the body. Gentle breath in and out. On an inhale, come back to neutral. Keep the feet wide, and then just drop the knees over to the left. Exhale. Stay here, or stage 2, left foot to the outside of the right knee. On an inhale, come back to center. Stretch your legs long and take them slightly wider than your hips. Just want you to rock your legs in and out. And as you rock your legs in and out, send the tailbone down towards your feet so the low back is long. Bring your arms to the sides of your body. Open them as wide as feels really good for your shoulders and your chest. And adjust through your arms until you can slide the shoulder blades down your back. Collarbones open, throat open. Gently rock the head left to right. Going at a pace that allows you to massage the jaw away from your skull, just by releasing the more tense tissue at the back of the skull. The face will relax. And you're going to find the perfect spot for your head to settle. Eyes closed, take a deep breath in, whole body. Exhale all the air out. And again, breathe in. And all the air out. Begin to gently feel the way in which your body softens into the earth. The way in which gravity holds you. And in this Shavasana shape, before you completely drift off, offer gratitude to your body for the work. Gratitude to each other for the practice. Gratitude to your breath. If you can stay in Shavasana for another 5 or 6 minutes, please do so. It has been a complete honor to practice with all of you tonight. I'm so grateful. Namaste.